Hello, wonderful people. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are in Il Mheg. And yeah, let's see. The Fairy Kingdom. Nice. As it stands, we cannot hope to find the way to Urianger. For that, we must convince the Pixies to lift the spell. From what I can make of the voices, the creatures want to play with us. If that is the case, they should permit us to find their village. Umbral. Come, I have a sneaking suspicion this path will lead us directly into their midst. Oh, and I should mention that Minfilia has been informed of our situation, of the different worlds in our mission. You may consider her an ally. Alrighty, let's go. Alrighty, we're here. Looks actually pretty nice. Well, here we are, yet the Pixies are nowhere to be seen. Knowing them, their games have already begun, in which case... Dora, there is a variety of plant native to these parts with a distinctive furrowed tip. Ducking grass it is name. Is its name, oh my god. So called because it can be used to spy Pixies. Believe it or not, I'll explain how I know all of this later, but first I need you to help me find some. Oh, if a voice calls to you, under no circumstances should you respond. You will only subject yourself to further mischief. Sounds good. Let's go. Right, so they talked to me when I picked up some grass, and they just slowed me, man, because I ignored them. What the hell, Fingrid? Take it you met with some trouble. Apologies for subjecting you to that. Can I assume from your presence that you managed to find us some looking grass? Yes. Yes, this is the stuff. Thus armed, we should be able to see through the Pixies' veil of invisibility, and seeing them is the first step to dealing with them. Come, let's gather everyone and put Urianger's little trick to good use. Well, that's gonna be a pain. Do you look through the grass, or do you have to eat it? Actually look through it. Oh, that's a lot of fairies.
Farasitha, Krakleath.
There, he speaks their language.
No, we are found. How did this mortal know our trick?
I love that accent.
I recognize their souls. These two have been here before.
Look, twins! How adorable!
They all literally look the same, but they're amazed by twins.
We have neither the time nor inclination to play. We have come to see Urianger.
Oh yes, Urianger, the peculiar one. In return for a place in Il Mheg, he agreed to a riddle contest with us for 7 days and 7 nights without any sleep.
That Urianger is gonna be crazy.
Oh, that was so much fun! We must do it again!
I'm sure he'd be delighted. Now, if you'd be so kind as to lift your spell.
Shall we? Should we?
Would we?
What now?
I don't know, but this is their home, so we must indulge them.
Right, we've made up our minds. We will lift our spell on one condition: that you first lend us a helping hand, or 2, or 3. Once you've helped solve all of our troubles, we'll let you see Urianger. Pixie's honor.
All your troubles, that could be a billion, man.
Well, there you have it. Pixie chores. I suggest we split up.
Man, that's gonna be annoying. Yeah, baby. 'Cause I don't know. 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 Alrighty. Let's get to it. Alrighty, so I helped all the pixies, and let's see what now. On to the truth. How goes it, Laura? Oh yeah, and I got some gear. I totally forgot it. So a mix of menial tasks and pranks. Yes, that pretty much sums up my own experience. They have no troubles worthy of the name. How long are we supposed to keep at this? They're clearly playing with us. Indeed, whenever I inquire how much more there is to be done, the answer is ever the same, a little. I doubt they have any intention of releasing us in the near future. Urianger once told me a story about the Pixies. You tell us that now. They're born from the souls of those who died as children, or so it's believed. Though they don't have memories of their previous lives, the desire to have fun remains imprinted on their souls. And so they live only to play, keeping hapless mortals for their pleasure for years on end, sometimes even until death. In the past, when I sought to identify the true nature of ghosts, I came upon literature examining a similar subject. The soul was likened to a core that resides in the ether, and its presence is what differentiates us from such beings as sprites and arcane entities. Upon death, said core ordinarily dissipates alongside the ether that composed the flesh. However, it may be held together and bound to the corporeal realm, either by the will of its owner or by means of certain arts. In time, the soul may regather ether onto itself to assume another form, or find newly emerged life in which to abide. The Pixies may be one such instance of this. If ghosts are merely souls without bodies, what does that make us? I think you've become that which you fear most, brother dearest. However, the Pixies may have come into being. If we leave them to judge when they are satisfied, they will never be satisfied. Nay, we must negotiate new terms with the creatures, but where to begin? It seems to me we would need at least one among them to sympathize with us. In the course of your chores, did any of you encounter a pixie who seemed even faintly amenable to reason? Not during my chores. I mean, probably this one? What, you knew a pixie from before? Not only are you acquainted, but you've entered into a pact. You might have mentioned this sooner. At any rate, I dare to hope this will offer us a way out. Without further delay, then, summon this vtuber if you please. If the chat mode and say blah 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 blah. Okay. Let's get vtuber here. Vtuber. So my sapling has finally remembered about her lovely branch, but with such a half-hearted call, she may as well knock me off and cast me aside. I have no sapling. Wait, please. Please. Vtuber, I need you. Is that your idea of a fervent call? A son-in-law could do it with more fire. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, loveliest of branches. Please grant me your succor. That's quite something. Yeah, I know how to talk.
You're late! I've been waiting for you to summon me ever since you came here. Waiting and waiting and waiting. But my sapling didn't so much as utter my name. Such a heartless thing she is. Cold and cruel and heartless!
I'm like, what the hell, man?
Another self-important little brat. Just what we need.
Reminds me of my childhood.
All right, I'm sorry. It was a joke. Honestly, just a joke.
Like, she always bullies him so badly, and then she gets so
But
mad.
just now you called for me so earnestly, so fervently. I couldn't possibly stay angry at you. Very well. As your lovely branch, I will lend you my strength.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Theo the mold feel. It's been too long.
Not long enough for you to think of any new games, though, apparently. If I were you, I'd be bored of myself. Now let me make something clear. That mortal is mine. No matter what you do, she will never be yours. Never, never, ever!
Oh, not even a bit. But what about the others? Surely we can keep them.
No, you can't keep them either. They're for my amusement and mine alone. And if you lay so much as a finger on my sapling, I'll scatter the contents of her bag all over your precious village.
What?
There'll be cold, hard metal, furry, festering food, stinky, sweaty small clothes, and all manner of other terrible, unmentionable things. How would you like that,
All right. But will you not at least let us play with the twins? Just while the others go and see Urianger?
Aye, that's all we ask. And we promise we'll play nicely.
It seems we won't be joining you.
Aye! We'll reveal the hidden Fernic to you at once.
Whoa. Okay, that looks much nicer. What the hell? All the colors.
So this is the true Il Mheg.
How are you feeling?
Better. I think I remember the way now.
Apologies for the delay. Shall we go and see Urianger?
Your lovely branch is useful, yes? So whenever you're in trouble, you must remember to make use of me!
Just no chill. For Elfina and Alice's sake, let us be quick. It would be a shame to return only to find that they had been made to play one game too many. Now the place we seek is the abandoned manor of a nobleman and the scholar, the Bookman's Shelves it's called, after the fellow vast collection of tomes, an agreeable habitat for our friend, I'm sure you'll agree. If we follow the path north, we should soon find the place. Come along. Let's go. Righty, we made it here, let's see. And there we are at long last. I give you Urianger's humble abode. Come, let's see if he's home. Let's go meet Urianger.
Urianger, are you in?
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero wends her way.
Yeah, that sounds like him. He seems fine.
The Exarch did send word that thou would seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon.
That's a cool outfit though. Looks pretty. Damn.
Full glad am I to see thee once more, my friend, and none the worse for thy travails.
Damn, looking good, man.
Run along, Minfilia. We will meet you outside.
But
Another one for you to imbue, if you'd be so kind.
I take it thou hast met with our other comrades already? That Master Alphino and Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me. As for the rest, it beginneth in earnest. The hunting of the Light Wardens, and perforce the war with Eulmor. Hark thee then to my words, and through them behold the vision that I did glimpse, that of the 8th Umbral Calamity. As I drifted hither to the first, traversing the boundary twixt reality and potentiality, I did bear witness to events yet to come. There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald. So fierce, in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful ilm at first, then Yalm by Yalm, and Malm by Malm in time. Yet the joy they felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand. Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon most vile. Black Rose.
Uh-oh.
Its potency defied all reckoning. Once released, the gas took on a life of its own, wreaking untold carnage not only in Eorzea, but in the provinces of the Empire besides. From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds, none were spared. And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel. Nor did the land itself escape unscathed, for spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil. To survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way, inevitably, to the rule of might. Thus was the spark struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner of the world. Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist, and those souls brave and true who might have risen to restore order
Aww. That's not good.
were no more.
What's that outfit though?
For the weapon spared not one, not even thee. An endless age of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the 8th Umbral Calamity which I did behold. No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy. To that end, I have labored during my sojourn in this world, discovering in so doing the answer to a pressing mystery. That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency. Come. Dost thou recognize yonder chart?
No. Do I? It's a chart of the elements. It's something to do with magic. I guess they're elements.
Indeed. 'Tis a rendering of the elemental wheel, such as one might find in classrooms across the source. As the chart maketh plain, our world is composed of 6 elements, in addition to which there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition.
Reminds me of, like, primals we had to face in A Realm Reborn. Like, Ifrit is fire, lightning is Ramu, wind, Garuda, water. Wait, do we face water? I don't remember water. But ice. Isael. Who was that? I forgot. And earth. Oh my god, Titan. Who the hell was water?
Astral, the active. Umbral, the passive. As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature. To be specific, the denizens of this world employ not the terms astral and umbral. Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer. Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the first had called it darkness. At this, did my mind begin to race. Yet 'twas only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told it had been given the name of light.
Yo, water is Leviathan. So it is actually all the primals in A Realm Reborn, or no? I mean, it probably has nothing to do with that, but, you know.
That's umbral light and astral darkness, yes? I'm no etherologist, but it strikes me that the nomenclature of the first is rooted in the generation of the 2 forces, while our own appears to focus on their effects. Which makes one wonder, have we had it backwards all this time?
'Tis indeed a compelling question, and one which beareth closer examination. Yet what knowledge we already possess sufficeth to explain the chain of events. The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the first to stifle the movement of ether within the land. And according to Master Alphino, Black Rose slayeth by halting the circulation of ether within living beings. Should such a weapon be unleashed even as the first were rejoined, replete as it is with light,
we would have a disaster of untold proportions on our hands. A calamity. Well, at least we have a better grasp of what we're facing. Our objective, however, remains unchanged. We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Il Mheg. Speaking of which, Were you able to ascertain its whereabouts?
Aye. 'Tis all but certainly ensconced within Urianger, the castle which standeth in the midst of the lake. To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the Pixies for aid. Fortunately, I have become quite adept at courting their cooperation.
Nice.
Henceforth shall I accompany you, and do all in my power to ensure that my vision doth not come to pass.
Not gonna lie, Urianger is kind of like a prince, no? I mean, like, he bows to us, and, you know, he's pretty and everything. The way he talks, you know? Very Shakespeare-y. I like it. Like, I'm convinced he's gonna give someone princess treatment. As he should. You know. Courting cooperation. My friend, ere I speak of the task at hand, there is a question I would pose to thee. What thinkest thou of mine appearance? Did you take up astrology? Did you lose weight? I didn't recognize you at first. Didn't recognize you. Why is he hitting on me? Come now, this scarce the first time thou hast beheld these fair features. Lest thou wonderest, I have taken up astrology. My present attire better suiteth the art. Though the night be lost behind the shroud of blinding light, doubt not but that the stars shine still. I have chosen to avail myself of their guidance that I might navigate the sea of uncertainty that stretcheth before us. But enough of myself, let us now speak of our task. I just wanted to talk about it, like he just wanted to hear that he looks good. You're looking good, Urianger, don't worry. As I did mention, if we are to enter Urianger, we must needs gain the Pixies' cooperation. This is a simple matter of presenting unto them a suitable gift. I shall procure a selection of viands that shall please their palates. Frankra, pray assist me in this endeavor. Meanwhile, Lura, I bid thee obtain that which will please their eyes. In these parts there abideth a vilekin known for its beauteous wings, the hawker. I shall lend thee a receptacle within which thou mayest capture a weakened specimen. I can do that. Let's go. Alrighty, we got the thingy. Thou art returned. Wert thou able to capture a hawker? Yes. Ah, a truly magnificent set of wings. I shall treat them at once to make faster, vibrant colors. Banquet too should return anon, upon which I shall ready all the items for presentation. Pray, take thine ease meanwhile. I'm always at ease.
"'Tis done. The Pixies shall be well pleased with these gifts. Ah, lest I forget.
As soon as Urianger shows up, I have to read less and less. I love it.
White auracite, newly forged for thy use. Our mission being to thwart a rejoining, we will most assuredly cross paths with those who crave the contrary, our eternal enemies. Thus did I choose to abide in this ether-rich land, the better to fashion a trap for the Ascian's essence.
Not bad.
May I come in now?
You may indeed, assuming you've finished.
I did as you asked.
That's my girl, thank you.
That's my girl. Hello. Aww, the little hatchback. That's cute.
I should probably explain. Though my body remained behind in the source, its limitations saw fit to accompany me, which is to say, I cannot manipulate ether. I took up the gunblade for its defensive advantages, but on account of my little impairment, I cannot imbue the ammunition myself. Luckily for me, Minfilia has quite a talent for it.
Minfilia, once we set forth, we are not like to return for some while. If thou wouldst choose tomes to take with thee, let it be now.
Really? May I?
Of course, my dear. Yet have care thou dost not add overmuch to thy burden, lest I incur Thancred's ire.
Yeah, that's how you Frankrit's big brother and Urianger is like that uncle or whatever, or the other big brother. I don't know, but it's really cute, man. I like that Minfilia better. Couldn't we have this Minfilia the whole time?
Hast thou spoken to her of thine encounter with the Minfilia of Eld?
Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any. As you know, I freed young Minfilia from captivity in Eulmor some 3 years past. Not long after, the two of us journeyed to the south of Armareng, to the edge of the Empty, where the flood was halted. 'Twas there that she awakened. The Minfilia of old. My Minfilia.
Oh yeah, wait, let me watch real quick what happened. I don't have to explain.
Tell me, what must I do to bring you back?
My dearest Thancred, as I am now, I am no different from an Ascian. This child is but a vessel. One of many I have used that I might spread word of her enduring blessing and preserve the flame of hope. In my name, each has died, never having lived her own life. I have taken enough from these children. I will take no more.
But what of your suffering? Your sacrifice? This isn't fair! I will not stand for it. I cannot! There must be something we can do. Tell me!
Should the day come when this child grows weary of fighting and wishes to cast it all aside, then shall I take up her burden. But should she wish instead to become the master of her own destiny, then shall I bequeath to her my all. Imbued with the strength that I reserve for rebirth, she may come to wield my powers as her own.
And what of my wishes? What of Flamine's? What of all the people who love and care for you and want nothing more than to see you again?
It is not their decision to make. It is hers. This child's. This Minfilia's. You have ever watched over me, Thancred.
And Thancred is that much older than her.
Now I ask that you do the same for her. Protect her. Teach her. Stand by her as you stood by me. There is much and more she does not know. She needs a guide to show her the ways of the world, or she will never find her own path. When the time comes, you will find me here. Until that day.
Minfilia, wait!
What happened?
I don't get it. Is he like actually into like the old Minfilia, or is he more like, oh, that's like my sister? So if he's actually into her, that's kind of weird.
And then she was gone. Minfilia, the girl, claims to have no recollection of any of it.
I mean, isn't he way older than her? That's weird.
I have told her many things. Where we came from, what we fight for. But of that day, I have not spoken.
How do you want this to end?
With the coming of another possessed of the blessing of light, the first hath begun to rise up in defiance of its fate. The question remaineth, however, who shall take up the flame of hope which Minfilia hath borne for so long? Whether we will it or no, the choice must soon be made.
I'm sorry I took so long. It was so hard to choose. In the end, I settled on just the one.
That is well. Now, if all is in order, let us set forth for Umbral.
Righty, let's go. Righty, we're back. We weren't expecting you all back so soon. We had scarcely begun playing with the twins. That said, your gifts are truly wonderful, let me tell you. The milk and honey and biscuits won't last a day, and the wings are the loveliest we've ever seen. You've done us a great kindness, and it's fate custom to return the gesture. If you desire anything of us, you need but name it. Let's do this, but in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like if you like what you see, and obviously subscribe if you would like to see more, and try to upload every single day. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and bye bye.